Welcome to Football Park. The game is just underway. Glenelg have won the toss. They're kicking to the northern end. Mark Hewitt has kicked the first score of the match, 1 point. The leading Central District's yet to score. Let's join Peter Marker and Ian Day.
Thank you, Bruce. Yes, welcome to our direct telecast of the clash between Centrals and Glenelg. A very important one as far as both teams are concerned, especially the Dog, who are out of the 5 at the moment. They want to get back in there. The ball on the half-forward line. Here's a chance now for McGuinness of the Bays. Gets round on the left leg, puts out the pass towards the half-forward line. Hewitt, as Bruce has told you, Hewitt playing on the half-forward line. He, in turn, looking for Lunnis. Go back to Hewitt. No, he didn't want him. The handball over. Now it's McDermott in the forward pocket. Fires towards goal, but he's just offline. And the Bays register another point. David Holst on a half-back flank. Ian Hewitt, half-forward line. Peter, do you see this as a move, perhaps, of bolstering the Bay half-forward line?
Hard to say, Ian. David Holst has played in defence before, so I don't guess that it's a problem there, but not too sure about Hewitt up forward.
Well, if you recall, the last time we saw the Bays, Holst kicked 5 goals from the half-forward line and running on as a ruckman. So, well, obviously John Halbert's got a reason for it. 2 points to Bays. Central's yet to open their account. Breeze not significant at the moment here at Football Park, maybe just favouring the end to which the Bays are kicking. Kernahan, Platten, taken by McFarland. Oh, the left foot is a shocker. Out of play on the full in the forward pocket. Just took one pace. Not under a great deal of pressure. An experienced player you would have thought would have done better than that. And it's going to be Graham's free kick from the full back right pocket.
Players from both sides haven't really picked up the pace of the game yet. There's a lead on from Van Dommel. Graham will go long, looking for Terry Moore in front of Carey. Carey punches away. A ball in. Left half-forward flank for the Glenelg side. It may rain here at Football Park. If it does, it'll be certainly worthwhile to get goals early. Over the top then, or Lunnis tried to get the handball out to McGuinness. McGuinness very close to boundary. It did go out, and there'll be another ball in. Mobbs didn't take up his position for Centrals today. Peter Krieg in the centre, opposed to Ralph Sewer. Ralph Sewer will be remembered, of course, for that brilliant 6-goal effort against Western Australia last Saturday.
Peter, they'll miss his strength and leadership, but Peter Krieg is a very determined and very clever young player. So interesting to see that one pans out.
That was Krieg, in fact. He dropped the kick forward. Or big leap from behind, but in front for Glenelg Duthie. The handball came back to Carey. He centres it, looking for Sewer. It was over Sewer's head. Marshall fighting for the ball with Livesey, and there'll be a bounce down. 4 minutes into the first quarter, Glenelg have got 2 points.
Bounce centre field. Carey against Moore. In go the bodies. Moore gets the tap away. McGuinness the chance to send them into attack. Tries to grab a one. Corns getting shepherded by Hartfield. Out now to the pass of Lunnis. He'll want backup support. Gets it from Corns, but puts him in the pocket close to the line. Back now towards Lunnis, who can't keep it in play. The Bay ball handling not really assured in this first part of the game, the first 4.5 minutes. Hartfield. And by Thien, the 221s. Hartfield gets the kick away towards the forward pocket. Painter couldn't get it. Chance Marshall quickly through now. Hewitt, well taken. Livesey. Krieg, centre field. No pressure at all. Can go through the quagmire. Puts a long one in towards full forward. Setting himself Cousins. Gets his hands to it. Can't complete it. Gillies, a long one out now. Edwards, left footer. Shoots at goal. Home. Well done, Bulldogs. A quick attack. Their first score of the game. 1 goal. They lead Glenelg 2 points.
Gee, that was a good goal, and Edwards didn't have long to set that up. The handball came out to him. He had to size it up very quickly, but he's one of the top goal kickers in the league, and a very good player in that forward pocket. Chris Duthie's going to have problems holding him today. A good movement by Centrals. The first time they've gone forward. A very clean attack. 1 goal. Glenelg 2 points.
Umpires Brenton O'Connor and Peter Mead in charge. Throwing the ball up. Carey and Moore. Moore the tap away. Couldn't find Van Dommel. Into the pitch they go. Look at the mud in there. Moore tries to scoop it out. The umpire will come in and repeat the performance. Obviously, he will throw it up again. Have a look at that ball. Carey having to slog his way through the mud to get at it. Moore makes front position. Carey cleverly the tap, but it was straight to Vivian to the half-forward line. Here's a chance now for Weston to clear. He's unloaded, holds through, can't pick it up. In they go. Norsworthy, Holtz tries to barge his way out, puts it into the path of McFarlane at the bottom of the pack there. All players being thrown out. McFarlane gets the handball away. Van Dommel was in there. Vivian and Platten, and umpire O'Connor once more will throw it up.
Peter Carey is number 5 for Glenelg. The big battle for him today against Terry Moore. It came down and was cleared by Painter. Oh, a very long kick, Painter. McDermott marked it. I think most players were caught out by the length of Painter's kick then, and if you see in replay, McDermott read it better than anybody, and he fell away. It's his third shot for goal, in fact, McDermott. Let's see what he can do with this one. The umpire watches it go through. That's Glenelg's first. 1-2 now, Glenelg, leading the Dogs 1 goal.
Welcome back to Football Park. Players finding it difficult to get the ball clear. Umpire O'Connor in for another ball up. Carey in opposition to Moore. Norsworthy and Vivian wait their opportunity. Moore in front spot. Carey gets the tap away. Marshall, not a good kick. Corns in, can't get it clear. Norsworthy can to the half-forward line. Coming to meet it, Moore shrugs the tackle. The Dogs into attack again. Cousins up at full forward. Coolman there as well. The ball down. Platten can't find it. Players stack up. Leo on the bottom of the pack. And umpire Peter Mead will come in for the bounce. 30 metres out. The Dogs in attack. Trailing by 2 points. Coolman goes for the thump away. Cousins, Weston, taken away by Maynard. Kick to the outer side. Livesey and Marshall to do battle. 1-on-1, close to the line. And Livesey watches the ball go out of play. Half-forward left flank. The Dogs in attack.
The Dogs look a bit dangerous up forward. They're probably going against a breeze. Michael Wright at centre half forward looked good when he got that one forward. Carey again got the tap away, but to no avail. It was Livesey for the Dogs that got it to centre half forward. Platten, uncontested, took that mark. I think he's going to have to go back. He hasn't got anyone to kick to. Well, he's got plenty of distance with that ball. It's going very close. Edwards lined it up, but it was just offline for a point. Central District's looking the more impressive at this stage as they go forward. Neither side yet have picked up the pace of this Sunday game. Coolman, not a good kick out, picking up Weston. The Glenelg captain gets it to Corns. Corns pushes it forward. Hartfield, a clean snap at the ball, Hartfield. Corns backed up beautifully, but the kick, looking for Kernahan, went not quite far enough. Kernahan backed up beautifully to Sewer. Sewer to McDermott. McDermott kicks for goal. I think this one's online. He's got his second. In fact, McDermott has kicked Glenelg's entire score of 2-2. Central District 1-1.
Well, that's the best passage of play we've seen from the Bays. It was short ball handling. Hartfield started with that quick one out to Corns. Corns did well to get the thump away earlier in the play, but finally the handball went out to McDermott, and as Peter Marker has said, McDermott has got the whole 2 goals, 2 for the Bay. They lead Centrals 1-1.
Van Dommel off for the Dogs. Coming on was Darryl Hart, and he's gone straight to the centre of the field. Carey got the knockdown again. Lunnis, Vivian, didn't appear to want it. Graham, the handball clear. This is setting up another good movement. The handball comes wide to Hart. That was Terry Moore who gave it to him. Hart goes short looking for Platten. That wasn't the right kick. Lahoo's in trouble. Cousin backs up beautifully. Ball to boot. It's coming around, but there are no Dogs home. The mark's taken by Maynard.
Maynard from the back pocket, waiting for a lead. He gets one right upfield from Painter. He'll try to get it to that player, or the kick's going off the side of his boot. Marshall gives chase, but unsuccessfully. Starting to look a little overcast. You can see a rain away to our east over the city. Mercifully none here at the moment. Carey and Moore. Weston waiting the outcome with Moore. Carey tried to get it back to his skipper, couldn't do so. Quickly in now was Hart, half forward line, gets back on the left leg, out in front of Edwards, too far out. Wilbur's in the action, watches the ball, goes over the line, no tap back in play. The umpire said it's out, much to the disgust of the Central's players. A throw in about 30 metres around from the behind post. Moore and Carey. Carey gets it well to Painter. Short to the lead of Marshall. A poor kick over the top of the head. Also the top of Livesey's head, and it's out of play once more.
Glenelg 2-2, Central District 1-1. Krieg in the centre for the Dogs. As we've said, Mobbs didn't pass a fitness test. John Howard would be desperate for this one, so would Daryl Hicks. The tap down, or couldn't get a kick away. Finally picking up Marshall, kick to the centre of the ground, there's no one home. Vivian for Central District, Graham provides the run. The handball over the top, Norsworthy, he goes short to centre half forward, but again no one home. Maynard for the Tigers, clears, onto that left boot. Gee, Lunnis has got a paddock. He might need one by the look of it. He'll hook it back to give McDermott a chance, long to Hartfield, through Hartfield, Hewitt onto the left boot. Geez, lined that one up beautifully, just offline 1 point, and the rain starts falling here at Football Park. 2-3 the Bays, the Dogs 1-1.
Yes, the umbrellas are going up. Going to make conditions difficult if it comes down with any force, any regularity. This first quarter could be decisive. Towards Bubner, good mark. Half back line, too much height there for Ian Hewitt. Made front posse also. Directs play towards right midfield, try to knock it on. Going through, oh, it's Vivian, I think it is. He's covered in mud. How do you ever pick that up? No, it's Peter Krieg. Leaves the football behind towards Platten. Leo dives on it, scoops it out now. In goes Krieg again. Corns likewise. Players pile up, and once more another ball up. 2-3 to 1-1.
Peter Krieg started very well, Ian. He's obviously too good a player to be left out of the side, and I think he wants to prove a point today.
He's camouflaged himself, Peter. He's going to be hard to pick up in the mud. A bounce down. Hart from Moore, high to the half-forward line. Setting himself is Moore, almost the mark. Norsworthy, Weston over the top, played on. Weston can't get it out. And once more we'll see another ball up, this time about 40 metres out in front of the central goal.
Paul Weston and... see Daryl Hicks there. No, he's just covered by some of his entourage. Pushing the ball through was McGuinness, couldn't pick it up. Well, Platten's trying hard to get through, but he can't. Another bounce down. Probably about 40 metres from the Dogs' goals, and as Ian Day said, with this rain looking threatening, goals at this stage would be very important indeed. Terry Moore got the tap down. Wright couldn't pick it up. Moore again, but there's a free kick being picked out. It'll go to Platten. Guinness, I think, applied the tackle when he didn't have the ball. Important shot for goal, Platten. He can kick a reasonably long ball. It's offline, way offline, won't make the distance. The pack flies, Cousins from behind, Weston, or picking up Edwards, kicks around the body. I think he's got another one. That's 2 to Edwards. Central District now 2-1, trailing the Bays 2-3.
Well, Edwards, 2 kicks, 2 goals. Brilliantly done. A danger man in the forward pocket. He's been a big goal kicker. That's his second. Watch it off the fingers now. They try to thump it away. Weston got his hand to it, but all he did was get it down to Edwards, who jammed it onto his boot, brilliantly bringing it back through the goal for his second. 2-1 Centrals, 2-3 Glenelg.
Carey for Glenelg. He beats Cousins on that occasion. Coming through Lunnis. No body strength. Platten got the handball back. Didn't have a look. Carey left boots it. Daryl Hart spoiled well. McFarlane's got the run of the ball. The handball is to McGuinness. McGuinness towards Kernahan, over that player's head. No mark, Central District. Play it on. Glenelg can't get it through. It comes out towards Trigg, very close to the boundary line, and over it goes. A ball in. Central District 2-1, the Bays 2-3.
The wind seems to have increased in velocity, definitely favouring the Bay end, and only lead by 2 points 15 minutes in. Bytheen and Kernahan. Bytheen's tap away back towards the boundary line. The first there will be Platten. Towards centre wing, Cousins having his first run for the afternoon. Can't get it, and it's out of play on the full. And Carey will put it towards Hutt. High in the air, Bytheen towards that player as well. Krieg couldn't bring it down. Trying to barge his way through was Bubner, but got it to McDermott. High, back towards full forward. Bazanko and Kernahan. Kernahan's hand to the back, Lunnis. Back with him, Graham, and runs the ball through his own goal. Quite happy to concede the point. 2-4. Glenelg, Central 2-1.
Bazanko is the fullback for the Dogs. He took up that position when McKay failed to pass a fitness test. Oh, not a good kick. Very awkward indeed. Marshall was interfered with and will get the free kick. Marshall can kick long distances as well, but this may be too far for him. Although he's got the breeze probably not at his back. I think it'll be across him from left to right. Probably put the ball very high and try and let the wind do the rest. Going right into the teeth of goal. Kernahan up, can't mark the ball. Basanko in front, Bytheen clears it. The handball is to Hart. Central District's running the ball very well. He'll look for Krieg. Krieg way out in front of Sewer, good mark.
Krieg on the half-back line at the moment, beating Sewer. Sewer doesn't have to get many kicks, however, to be a match winner as he drives towards Moore on the half-forward line. Gillies reads that one well. Central's into attack again to the lead of Norsworthy. Getting there first was Lee, who soccers off the ground, covered 30 metres. Weston, McGuinness, the Bays over their half-forward line, in towards the half-forward line. Goes to 14, that's Sewer again, but the handball away is bad. A chance now for Bubner to clear. The ball ripping up and down the ground very quickly indeed as Bubner drives towards Gillies on the half-forward line. Quickly now Norsworthy puts it out to the lead of Moore. He won't get there. Edwards can't pick it up either. Scoop back from Moore to Edwards. Shoots at the big white ones. I think he's got number 3. Brilliantly done, Terry Moore and Edwards. And the Dogs hit the front, 3-1 to the Bays 2-4.
Well, Edwards doesn't know how to kick a point. It's an amazing shot for goal. He ran over the top of this one. That was poor play, but he maintained a good position. Terry Moore did the work, got it up to him, and all Edwards needs is half a chance and he'll kick a goal. 3-1 the Dogs, Glenelg 2-4, and Glenelg's attack then towards the forward line. McGuinness's pass to Sewer was a super pass, but Sewer not in good touch yet. But as Ian Day has said, he doesn't need much to be a damaging player.
The Bays have got Kernahan on the ball. Cousins, Kernahan gets the thump away. Vivian on the half-back line seeks the support of Bytheen to drive towards the half-forward line. That's going to be close to touch, just inside the line, and out of play, half-forward right flank. When Central's going to the attack, they certainly look good. Edwards, 3 kicks, 3 goals. Cousins and Kernahan, the 2 rising young stars. Cousins tap away, well taken by Holst. He's got the job on Wilbur Wilson. The Sewer. Pass goes McDermott, doesn't want that player. He'll choose McGuinness, half-forward line. McGuinness can tear through here. Hart can't catch him, puts a high one in towards Carey. Carey back there with Bazanko. The big fellows won't get there, and the ball tumbles out of play, full forward right pocket.
McGuinness already a very good player for Glenelg, 5 kicks. And Rene Van Dommel getting ready. It looks like Hart coming off, changing followers on the bench. They'll be doing plenty of work today. Peter Carey used the body and the umpire not happy with it. You'll find that the free kick will go to Bubner, I think, for the Dogs. Yes, it is. Bubner's a pretty highly regarded athlete out at Elizabeth. Just asked Darryl Hicks about him. He's very keen about his prospects. 15 metres against Peter Carey as well. Bubner goes to centre wing, not well put out. Paul Weston in front. Must be paid that one. Play on. No, he has to go back. Michael Wright stood his ground. Not sure about that one. He probably could have played on. But,
I thought if you marked the ball, Peter, you could.
Yeah, I guess the umpire's probably... Oh, gee, Hartfield in front dropped that. An awful attempt to mark the ball. Yes, I think Weston, I agree with you, Ian. I think Weston could have played on. Perhaps the umpire was mesmerised by the amount of touches he took to catch the ball. Kernahan got it back towards Painter. Painter couldn't handle it. Livesey off the ground. Krieg again playing well to centre half forward. I'm going to say there was nobody there, but the ball carried. Weston off the ground did it well. Cousins in the centre of the ground, a good strong mark.
It's just the check side of the centre circle. He wobbles the ball to the half forward line. Weston's there with Wright. Weston tumbles the ball out. Did that well. Quickly now Doothy, a chance Maynard. Over the centre line goes the Bay, out in front of Hartfield now. Bytheen right there with him. Hartfield's got to get past the big fellow. Did that well. Gives a chance now Lunnis. Too far out to score. Peter Carey getting back on it with Bazanko. Bazanko does it brilliantly. Tears away from Carey. Puts an underground pass up towards Livesey on the outer side. He can't pick it up. He wants Bazanko back past him again. Marshall around the corner. McGuinness, is he going to play that mark? No, call to play on. Back to Krieg on the half-back line. He's tumbled into the ground and the umpire said he was pushed, and a free kick will go to Peter Krieg inside the half-back line. That's his 4th kick, and in turn with that kick, he finds Rene Van Dommel.
Central District's on top across centre with Peter Krieg and Livesey probably doing more. Van Dommel the free kick. 21 minutes in now to the first quarter, and the Dogs have done it pretty well so far. Edwards in front. Couldn't take the mark against Duthie. Chris Duthie will be having nightmares at the moment. Edwards has already got 3. 13.5 minutes into the second quarter in Sydney, and the Swans have grabbed the lead, 10-6 to the Saints, 8-7. Western again sees the ball go close to the boundary line. Very close, too close, it's out. Another throw in. 6 scoring shots the Tigers. The Dogs have 4, but they lead, 19 points to 16.
Kernahan against Cousins. Thumped away. Well done. A chance now, Painter. Short in towards Hewitt. McGuinness on the half-forward line. If he can keep it in play, look at the pace. But he's gone out of bounds with the ball. The umpire well behind there will throw the ball back into play.
An exciting player, Ian McGuinness.
Oh, what a champion in the making, Peter, if he continues in this vein. Only 18 years of age. Hartfield and Bytheen. Hartfield used his body well. McGuinness tried to scoop it out. Back in defence there, it was Bunga-Hearn. Bytheen, well done. Quickly over now to Hart. Not Hart, that is Platten, who's drives towards centre wing. Kernahan over the top. Brilliantly read Gillies. That's the second time he's read the play well like that. In towards Norsworthy, centre half forward. Wilbur wants it as he goes past, but Norsworthy going back to kick long. Oh, he's kicked indirectly to the outer side. And out there he finds Terry Moore. Right it is. Right from about 45 metres out. Kicking into the breeze. It's a nice looking kick. Going to be marginally short. Moore gets his hand to it, but Coolman thumps it through his own goal. A point to the Dogs. 3-2 they lead Central to the Bays 2-4.
John Halbert having a thought. Des State alongside of him in the pork pie hat. The kick out. Cousins the knock away. Vivian. Gee, they're winning across centre, the Dogs. They're setting up well. Edwards can't mark. The big tap from behind. Trying to get through Norsworthy. He fell over at the wrong time. Players stack up, and there'll be a bounce down. 20 metres from the Dogs' goals. They lead by 4 points. They've done it pretty well in this first quarter. By the look of the flags, it's certainly favouring the northern end. Though it's difficult to tell here at Football Park. Terry Moore couldn't get ball to boot. Players stack up again, and there's bound to be another bounce down. The rain is keeping off at this stage, but it does look threatening. Cousins, 31, got the tap down beautifully to Norsworthy, played for the free kick. The umpire not sufficiently impressed. Picking the ball up, McDermott. He's improved his game lately, McDermott. Didn't have a good start to the year. Terry Moore gets it down. Gillies. Gillies kicks straight to McDermott, who clears with a long high ball. Bubner in front of Hewitt, showing plenty of pace. Marshall takes the front spot from him, but Bubner does it well. Tripped over, and the umpire says yes, it was a trip. Bubner will get the free kick. Time running out. We're very close to full time in the first quarter. Bubner on a lead is Terry Moore. Bubner's going to go longer though. He'll look for Michael Wright in the goal square, or Weston has got front spot. Knocks it away. A good percentage knock away by Paul Weston. The Dogs are 3-2, Glenelg 2-4.
A throw in 20 metres around from the behind post. Kernahan against Moore. Moore front spot, Kernahan over the top, but all put it straight through to Platten. Grubbers one across goal, and the Bay should clear. Coolman has plenty of time. Drives to a vacant paddock. There's no one there at all. There's going to be some pacey players here. Vivian, close to the line, ducks the head, loses the ball, and it's out of bounds in the interchange gate. Throw in centre wing. Cousins and Kernahan. Carey having a big spell in this first quarter. Kernahan, Platten, quickly to the half-forward line. Wright's going to lead Weston in the race to this. He'll knock it cleverly over to Norsworthy, but it's put him in a pocket, close to the line. Back to Wright. Beautifully done. Weston can't catch him, but Wright dropped the ball. Liu back in defence. In comes Norsworthy. The umpire let them play on. They can't get that one out. And umpire Brett O'Connell will come in for a ball up or a bounce down in the right forward pocket.
A lot of mistakes here in the first quarter. Kernahan has come down for Glenelg. Socks down already. He's looking tired. Weston caught with the ball. That was lucky. Felt that he had the ball then. He got the free kick. The way the umpire motioned, it was for holding the man. Weston's kick is long to centre wing. It goes over the top of Sewer and Lunnis. Knocked forward by Graham. The handball comes out. Dommel was the handballer to centre half forward. The pack forms. Wilson. Painter for Glenelg picks up. Got the wide handball. That's good work, Painter. Maynard's on the end of it. Holst. Here's a big chance for the Bays. Holst centres it, looking for Corns in front. Bytheen playing the ball in front of him, and he clears it. Bubner. Livesey picks it up. Didn't have a look then, Livesey. Goes to the boundary line, but in front, Maynard. He'll take a free kick for in the back.
Maynard, a strong rebounding player from the half-back line, kicked 9-5. Well, he handballed in actual fact. McGuinness, that handball wasn't very good. Platten goes in. The two promising young rovers together. McGuinness has given away the free kick to Platten. He's on the half-back line. Platten short, kick number 7. Van Dommel, centre wing. The Dogs into attack again. A long kick to the half-forward line. Right there with Weston having a classic duel, these two. Thumped away by Weston. Norsworthy looking for support out wide to Gillies. He's got to go and get it close to the line out there. Can't get to it in time. And the ball is out of play on the half-forward left flank. Into time on here at Football Park. Glenelg 2-4. Trail Central 3-2.
The throw in. Over the top, Weston smashes it towards boundary line again. Here's McGuinness off the ground. That's well done. Marshall try to get it back to McGuinness. Not quick enough though. The handball comes out to Platten. He goes short. Looking for Michael Wright, but very close to boundary line again. Another throw in. Wright's playing very wide along the flanks. It might be better if he stopped in at centre half forward to give them something to aim at, so their smaller players can run through. Cousins and Kernahan. Cousins the tap down. Platten again. He's getting plenty of touches. It goes straight through Van Dommel, straight through Koolman. That gives Moore a chance. Koolman taps it towards boundary line. The umpire has indicated he wants a ball in. Bulldog crowd wanted a free kick. Terry Moore is 33. The rain's coming down. Kernahan is number 4 for Glenelg. Moore got it back towards Platten. Here's a chance for the Dogs. Platten hooks it back. No one home. Oh, Koolman couldn't mark the ball. Edwards again onto the left boot. Couldn't get enough power in it. Oh, Norsworthy's dropped the ball. Couldn't get the kick away. Good tackle. David Holst clears. Not very far though. Kernahan in. Dies on top of the ball. A high tackle according to the umpire. And he gets the free kick.
Little lucky. Kick short. Out into the pocket. And there it's taken by McGuinness. The rain's starting to pour down here at Football Park now. McGuinness off the half-back line. A nice-looking drop punt, kicking long. Hasn't directed it well, however. Corns in. Cousins the tackler. There's the siren to end the first quarter here at Football Park. Centrals did it well. Into the breeze. They lead 3-2, 20 points to the Bays, 2-4, 16.
Quarter time at Football Park, raining as you can see, 3-2 to 2-4. Edwards has got 3 for Central and McDermott 2 for Glenelg. I notice that Central District, Peter and Ian, are playing a set forward line. Gillies not running on the ball at this stage. There was some problem with his fitness and they're running their ruck rovers or followers off the bench. I'd say that Platten has had the best of the roving duel with McGuinness, which is an important one.
Hard to say, Bruce. Platten is not as penetrating as McGuinness, but he certainly had more touches. Gee, I'm glad you drew the short straw this week.
It's lovely down here at the moment. Ruck's pretty even. Moore, I think, might be a problem for Central Districts. He hasn't got the mobility up forward, but he's doing a reasonable job in the ruck.
Bruce just getting back to Platten and McGuinness. He's got 9 kicks. McGuinness has 6. It's going to be a great battle between those two very promising players, as we've seen McGuinness get kick number 7 as he takes it away from centre up towards Kernahan. Back in defence, a fine mark taken by Trigg. Trigg heads to the outer side. The rain pouring down now. Moore thumps it away. Platten gets a handball away. It's not effective, however. Corns burrowing through. The handball is well taken, however, back there by Hart. He in turn wants Krieg. Krieg now the left foot along towards the half-forward line. That's a good kick. Doothy in front of Edwards. He got 3 from 3 kicks in that first quarter. And the umpire wants to bounce the ball on the half-forward line of Centrals. They lead 3-2 to 2-4. That ball's going to be greasy now. Hart couldn't get it. Gillies through. That was a good grab. He'll need support. No, gets out of it well. No support. However, loses his footing. Platten caught on the left leg. Shoots at the big white ones, but he's just fading the ball offline, and 1 point only to Centrals. 3-3. They lead Glenelg 2-4.
Should have kicked that goal, Platten. Didn't have any pressure on him. It was just a matter of lining it up, and through it should have gone, but still, he didn't get it. I thought that Doothy just about marked that ball too in front of Edwards. Coolman, beautiful kick off from fullback. Moore couldn't mark the ball. Fighting for it now with Corns. He gets the free kick. Corns was holding onto his arm. He didn't have the ball. Moore goes short. Unusual in the wet. Cousins in front. Couldn't handle it. Pushing the back, the umpire says. Oh, well, Coolman not too happy about it. He indicated that he was trying to punch the ball away. Doesn't appear to be a big nudge. Richard Cousins. Hawthorn are pretty interested in this player. Well, a good shot for goal. The umpire just about falls over. 1 point. Central District now offline. 3-4. The Tigers 2-4.
Sun trying to break through. Coolman to kick in. Got Corns on the outer side and Carey. That's the way the ball travels. Waiting for it all. Corns drops a sitter. Taken here by Vivian. Caught on the left leg. Oh, beautifully smothered. McFarlane back towards midfield. Here's a chance now for Marshall to soccer off the ground. Hewitt, if he can pick it up, they're in business. Maynard wants it on the half-forward line. It's going towards that player. Painter tried to get it onto him. Now it's back there. Oh, being held back in defence was Hearn. And the free kick will go to the Central's defender for holding on the half-back flank. 3-4 to 2-2. Bunga Hearn from the half-back flank. Looking a little dishevelled as the rain has certainly wet the player's hair. Kicks towards centre wing. Weston up, thumps away. Platten reading that ball beautifully. Too much pace. Breaks away. Long one in towards full forward. Liu getting back on it. Goes for the thump away. Holst in support. Oh, the handball away is not good. 2-on-1 down there. Beautifully tackled there by Wilbur Wilson. Players stack up in the goal square. Holding the ball against the Bay defender. Wilbur's going to get a free kick. That was against David Holst. Peter Mead said he did try to get rid of it. A big decision for the Dogs, right in front of goals, and you can back this one in. Wilbur seldom misses these. It's his first kick, 100% value, his first goal, and the Dogs kick away, leading 4-4 to Glenelg's 2-4.
Back at Football Park, Glenelg trailing by 2 goals. Playing a bit desperately now too, Glenelg. They know they're not performing at full capacity by any means. Carey, Corns, hasn't got into the game yet. The ball is covered in mud, half forward. Almost marked Painter. Bubner, caught, ball to boot, the centre of the ground. Indecision there from McGuinness. Weston couldn't grab the ball. Oh well, it's a high tackle technically, I suppose, but lucky Marshall. Maynard short, not a good kick. Krieg. Hart, back to Krieg again, ball to boot. Krieg winning centre easily. Holst at half-back, Wilson on him very quickly. Holst gets the kick to half-forward. Bathine used the arms, and Hartfield will take a free kick. He's got McFarlane and uses him. McFarlane an easy chest mark. Norsworthy having to do the run. And McFarlane will go long. Looking for Kernahan in front, couldn't take the mark. Trigg off hands, well done. Kicks around the body. Bathine will have to play it on because it came off a body. That'll be balled up. 4-4 the Dogs. Glenelg 2-4, and Ian Glenelg are in a little bit of bother at this stage.
Certainly, Peter. They've got more running players, Centrals, and the Bays can't find a winner in attack. Trying to break through now back there. The ball is hooked in towards full forward. Getting back there. Kernahan can't bring it down. Off the fingers. Here's a chance for Zanko. Clears to the grandstand side. Gives Marshall a chase. It's going to be Gillies there first. Well tackled by Maynard. Holding the ball. Great tackle. Maynard having a fine game on the half back line. He's on the half forward line at the moment. He's 15 metres inside it now. Kick number 6 to Maynard. Kernahan gives the lead. He aborts that as Maynard kicks in long. McGuinness is the flyer. Quickly in now, coming through was Hewitt. Kernahan over the top for Zanko. McGuinness, Norsworthy. McGuinness still working the ball towards the line. He can't get it clear. Whoop, a surreptitious little push over the line and out of play. Now the umpire is going to bounce the ball or throw it up in the forward pocket. Bubner against Kernahan. McGuinness can't find it. Well done, Bubner, as he comes away on the left leg. Drives back towards centre wing. Moore got up very early. Weston there can't get it, but it gives it to Carey now. Chips out in front of Sewer. He can't get into the action at all. Van Dommel or Vivian almost. Gillies overruns it, tries to thump it clear, but it went straight to Carey. He gets it out into the path of Maynard. Hart there as well. Maynard in, Norsworthy through. Did that one beautifully, kicks to the half-forward line, away from Edwards. Duthie's going to be first to the ball, but he's close to the line and fumbles it out of play.
Bruce McAvaney on boundary.
Got a score from Sydney at half-time, Peter. 13-11 the Swans, and St Kilda at 10-8. It's 4-4 to 2-4. Back to you.
Better weather conditions in Sydney, obviously, with those scores. The knock forward. Maynard again for Glenelg. Marshall. Glenelg are struggling. They're aware of it too, because you can see players are trying to lift, but they're lifting individually and not as a team. They haven't got any coordination yet. Corns took the mark. Plenty of opposition from Vivian. Corns is covered in mud. Kicks a long ball looking for Kernahan. He's been covered pretty well. Not this time though. Good mark. The Central District player looking for a free kick, and Basanko. We'll have a look at the replay in.
Basanko went back, thought he'd been given it. I think it was body strength there, Peter, and Kernahan showing surprising strength, although we know that he has built himself up this season. Van Dommel waiting to come back on, but the action and the eyes right on Kernahan. The kick is going to be close as he just stuck it through. He's got it. That's Kernahan's first goal, a handy one to the Bays, but they still trail 3-4 to 4-4.
Back at Football Park, the Tigers trailing by 1 goal. Thrown up again in the centre of the ground. Carey couldn't get it away. Moore did. Livesey caught. Marshall. He'll tap it further afield in the back, according to umpire O'Connor. And Marshall another free kick. Not getting anything from centre half forward, the Bays. A long kick to the forward flank. Norsworthy caught. Well tackled Maynard. Hewitt. A long ball towards Kernahan, giving him another chance behind Basanko. Couldn't mark the ball. Gee, backs his judgment a bit. Umpire O'Connor comes in for a ball up. It's only about 15 metres from the Glenelg goal, and they've lifted in the last couple of minutes.
A ball up in the right forward pocket. Kernahan and Bytheen gets it down cleverly to Basanko, who wobbles one back towards the half-back line. Marshall there, straight to his opponent, however, in Livesey. He can't get it clear. Players pile up, and the umpire will come in once more to do the honours. Mobbs unfortunately couldn't take his place. Daryl Hicks looking a little quizzical at the moment. He wouldn't be unhappy with the situation, but obviously he'd like a bigger lead. Graham leaves a football behind. Lannis gets it out. Painter a chance. Fires in a long one. Kernahan getting back, but can't reach the ball. And it goes through from another minor score to Glenelg. 3-5. They trail Central 4-4.
Yes, the Bays haven't got enough players at this stage winning the ball on the ground. Although they're within 5 points, I think the Dogs should be further ahead the way they're playing. But I guess those are not good signs for the Dogs, because their last Sunday game against West Adelaide, they gave away leads and let West Adelaide get back in it, and then finally West far too good in the end. Hewitt again. Hooks around at Corns. Glenelg are starting to find a bit. They're getting more use of the ball. Corns again. Kick number 6, Corns. Kernahan, great use of the body. Play on according to the umpire. McGuinness picks it up. That's way astray. Offline 1 point. Glenelg 3-6. The Dogs 4-4.
Yes, Peter, I don't think the breeze is really significant. I thought it sort of increased in velocity in that first quarter, but changing my mind, you can easily score into it, so I don't think it's going to play a big part unless it obviously gets stronger. The kick into the outer side, Bytheen, Hartfield, Platten over the top. McGuinness waiting for the ball to come in, can't pick it up. Vivian, half-back line, clear. A high kick makes it difficult for Norsworthy. Leo there with him, thumps it out. Moore, big fella, ambles round onto his left leg, boots it high to the half-forward line. Moore cleverly over the top. Edwards jabs it onto his boot. If Cousins can get there, he won't, of course, because it's a good 20 metres out in front of him, and it actually hits the post. The story tells it all. Gee, there was a good 30 metres between Cousins and the goal, and no one within QE, but he just couldn't make up the distance. A throw in, full forward right pocket. Duthie has a big job. Edwards, 3 goals in the first quarter. Carey and Moore at the back of the pack. It was Painter, jams it onto his boot quickly. Marshall and Livesey having a fine battle. Livesey gets it out, but it's Sewer. Or Duthie drops what he shouldn't have. He's under pressure now, and the umpire will come in and bounce.
Ralph Sewer shook his head then, in despair at Duthie dropping the ball. The handball was good. Platten in trouble. Corns couldn't pick it up. Carey does. Centre wing. Bubner, one hand up, couldn't take the mark. Graham, Lunnis. Now outnumbered. Hartfield finding it hard in these conditions. Ball to boot, centre half forward. McDermott, Trigg. Trigg can't mark it. Kernahan in. Painter. Glenelg looking dangerous. McFarlane wide. Pace on. McFarlane falls over. Vivian over the top. Outnumbered. Plenty of bodies, Glenelg. McDermott again lines them up. Gee, that one looked good off the boot. I think he's got it. McDermott got his third. Glenelg hit the front. 4-6 the Bays. The Dogs 4-4.
Peter, I don't know whether it will come up in the replay, but you want to have a look at Michael Lunnis. No sooner had that ball left McDermott's boot than he was clapping for the goal. Now watch it as McDermott comes in. Vivian had a chance. He could have been legged a little fraction there. Couldn't get it out. McDermott now. See if we can see Lunnis in the goal square. Now the ball, watch, there he is clapping. You could see right from the moment he left his boot, and it was a fine goal, and the Bays hit the front.
Into attack the Dogs, but Maynard again. He's a good player at half-back for Glenelg. Bytheen at centre half-back, trying to clear, gets ball to boot. That gives McGuinness a chance. McGuinness, a top player in any conditions. Wheels around onto that left boot, centre half forward, looking for Sewer. He's found him. Gee, there's no doubt about McGuinness's disposal. It's very dangerous. Kick number 2, Sewer. He's found. There's he found Hewitt. Hewitt at centre half forward, and I don't know if that's a smile.
But he'd be happier now.
Yeah, I guess he would be. Glenelg in front by 2 points. Hewitt playing half forward for the first time in my memory. Through the centre it goes. The first to Hewitt. The Bays are 5-6. The Dogs 4-4.
At the centre bounce, McGuinness once again sends the ball away, playing brilliantly to the half-forward line. Not quite there, McDermott. Lunnis gets the handball out. McFarlane leaves it behind, and it's taken by Vivian. Puts it high back towards centre field. Moore's there. Sandwich was Gillies, off the fingers Marshall. Wide is McGuinness. He'll get another kick out of this. Perfectly positioned, and a good kick. McGuinness from the half-forward line. Kick number 11's going high. Kernahan and Bazanko. Kernahan gets his hands to it, can't bring it down. Swooping on it, Hewitt around the corner, coming back onto the ball quickly now is Bytheen, but it bounces through for a point to the Bays. They've certainly taken up the bit, playing a lot better football now, and they lead 5-7 to the Dogs 4-4.
15 and a half minutes now into the second quarter. Kick off, Bubner. Playing pretty well, Bubner. A long kick. Kick number 7, Terry Moore in front, taken beautifully off hands by Gillies. Doesn't know where to go. Gee, that's not a good handball. Carey comes in for the Bays. That was a throw. That was definitely a throw. Big Soup has half a smile. Might have been okay in tunnel wall, but not in football. Looking for Edwards. Duthie's lifted on Edwards. He needed to, because Edwards got 3 in the first quarter. Duthie in front, well smothered Edwards. Duthie again gets it out to Carey. Carey kicks to half forward. Bytheen gets rid of Hartfield again. Hartfield can't play these conditions. Bytheen let the ball go. That gives Hewitt a chance. Ball on the boot, just offline. Should I say way offline, out of bounds on the full. Glenelg 5-7, the Dogs 4-4.
Hewitt showing plenty of pace across the half-forward line. It hasn't been a bad move. Got plenty of run through. He's had 8 kicks. Had he kicked straighter, he could have had more than the 1 goal that he's got. Bazanko's kick is high to the outer side. Corns late on the scene. Vivian gives chase. McDermott right there with him. Keeps the ball in play. Corns, centre wing. Sets it up again high towards the half-forward line. Bytheen and Hartfield. Bytheen knocks away. Back in defence, Hearn. And it's Lunnis who takes the ball across the line for a throw-in the forward pocket. 5-7 to 4-4, the Bays lead.
17 minutes into the second quarter. The Dogs have dropped away a bit. They haven't gone forward for a long time. Kernahan behind Bytheen. Diving on top of the ball, Platten. There'll be a bounce down. left forward pocket, left half forward area for the Glenelg side. Kernahan and Bytheen. Pasenko is 18 for the Dogs. Kernahan tried to get it out. Hearn dives on top of it, so does Lunnis. He gets it towards McDermott. He pushes it further to McGuinness. Best player on the ground at the stage, McGuinness. Hooked by Platten. Very, very wide. I think it's gone out on the full. The kick will be taken by Hartfield. Hartfield looked to go short then. In fact, he has, but the umpire's going to bring it back. What's he going to do? He may be giving it to a Central's player. In fact, he'll give it to Hartfield again. Take a guess about what that was all about. Hartfield. A long kick this time, that's better. Kernahan lining up for it. The big arms go up, couldn't mark it. Graham, he'll have to get rid of this one. He's tripped. No free kick. Livesey holding the ball. In fact, technically dropping the ball. Marshall the free kick.
Pull forward right pocket. Marshall wants to play on. He can't find a lead. Finally, he's got it blaze away. In towards full forward again. Hartfield and Bytheen. The ball goes towards the line and will slip out of bounds once more. Rowe on for Centrals. Having his first run. 5-7 Glenelg. 4-4 Central. Bytheen and Kernahan full forward left pocket. Bytheen gets the tap away. Graham was standing flat-footed. Lunnis back on the ball. Hooks with his left leg around the corner. Pasenko thumps away. Trigg in the back pocket's got to come across goal. Got nothing to kick to. Got to touch it onto the ground. Oh, he put straight out of play on the full. No leads, no player, and he's forced to go for the safety of the line. But the kick wasn't a good one. Darryl Hicks not looking at all happy. Neither would I be. He's let the advantage of the first quarter slip away. At least his side has. Hartfield, oh, good mark under pressure. Gee, Bytheen could have laid him to rest. Almost a head-on clash, but Hartfield's taken a good... Have a look at this. Ooh. On the lead. Lunnis, taken out by Livesey. Graham in defence. Dropping the ball back there was Bubner. The tackle was high, and he's going to get a free kick.
Carey put the tackle on, and another professional free kick. Bubner, long. Oh, Sewer's underneath this one. You mark it easily. Sewer playing more defensive today than I've seen him. Kicks wide to half forward. Kernahan, great mark. Good body work, Kernahan. He lunged very late to grab that one. He's going short, not a good kick. It's come down, he wants a goal. Wright's come down with him. Bytheen pushes it forward. Vivian, the handball over the top. Krieg, here's a go for Centrals. Cousins gets around Sewer beautifully, goes long, looking for Wilson. It's in front of Wilson, he can't mark it. Plenty of opposition to Holst. He's got Lahu further afield if he can pick it up. He can't. Wilbur Wilson back on it. Players stack up. The umpire will bounce it. 5-7 Glenelg. The Dogs 4-4.
First time they've been in attack for some minutes. Kernahan and Cousins towards Platten. Can't pick it up. Neither can McFarlane. The handball away is not good. Platten at the bottom of the pack. McFarlane on top. And Hicks waiting for at half-time for the players to come off the ground. Obviously, you saw him up in the stand. Feels that he can read the play better from up there. Seemed to be a grab over there to Sewer. He made it obvious. Gets the free kick. Sewer short. Centre wing Painter. Well done. Painter's clear. And a kick long. Thought about a short kick to Hartfield. Now longer into the vacant paddock. Not well directed. And Trigg gets back in defence to take the mark. Inside the half-back line. Changed his fine. Far over his mark. And a 15-metre penalty. This big Trigg, the centre half-back. A high kick towards midfield. Right up. The first grab, can't complete it. Krieg had quite a quarter this one. Marshall over the top, Gillies. Livesey there as well. Livesey butters up again, but the ball is slippery. Almost in the cricket pitch. And umpire Peter Mead will come in for a ball up.
Tony Simon's getting ready to come on for the Bays. Pick up the player in a minute, coming off. Kernahan got the tap down. The handball came from Painter to McDermott. McDermott to Carey. And the big chap belts it forward. Hewitt again back to Carey. There's run from Painter, but Carey decides to use Corns. Corns in front of Trigg. Gets around him very easily. Hooks it back. McGuinness. Plenty of body in there. Hartfield will get there first. Hooks it back beautifully. That gives McGuinness a chance, but Vazenko does it well. Big Carey picks up around the body, 1 point. Promising attack by the Bays. 5-8. The Dogs 4-4. Lunnis, the player off. Simon's on.
Played 22.5 minutes. Slogging game, battle of defences. The Bays doing most of the scoring, can't get the advantage on the board. Vazenko towards Livesey and Marshall. Marshall well done. Simons leads into the pocket. Sewer's there with him, but Marshall's going to centre the ball. Or Corns wanted it in short. He kicks in longer now towards Carey. Big fella gets up, 1-2, grabs, can't complete it. Hartfield over the head. Sewer and Graham goes to ground, play on, Drink back in defence. McGuinness comes out with the ball, dummies, twist, can't get clear, jams the ball onto his boot, close to the line, down goes Drink, and the umpire said it's a push in the back. The Bays just cannot get it through their goals. The Dogs' defence hanging on well. Bubner, made hard work of that. In fact, he probably didn't take it. The umpire said he controlled it long enough, and he takes the mark just inside the half-back line. Cousins is further afield, or he's got Michael Wright. It's going to be Wright. Weston there with him. The back, Maynard. He's played well.
Very well indeed at half-back. Calling for the ball, Hewitt. Centre-half forward. Kick number 9, Maynard. Corns from behind. Up. Couldn't mark the ball off the ground. Carey again. He'll put it out to McGuinness. In the back, Carey. No free kick. Picking up McFarlane. The kick is on its way. It doesn't come back. 1 point. Well, the Glenelg crowd thought that Carey should have been given one on that occasion, but the umpire not impressed. Steve Highwood, Mark Coombe, John Halbert and Des State.
They'd have to be happier now, Peter, although they've only got an 11-point lead in a low-scoring game. That's not bad, although conditions are pretty good for football still. And once the side gets a break, they could score goals fairly quickly. McFarlane made the ground there, but couldn't bring it down. Cousins under pressure. Here's a chance now. McDermott, a long kick in towards the goal, and it's out of play on the full. And he hasn't got his right kicking foot in. You saw that Hartfield wanted a cross there. McDermott shrugged his shoulders, said, well, you know, I'd lined up. I thought I was going to kick it, but didn't.
Well, Glenelg have kicked 3-5 this quarter, and goals wouldn't appear to be that hard to kick. They missed a couple of set shots as well. Plenty of whistle blowing going on too. Pasanko, a long kick. On this occasion, nobody can mark it. Sewer, Vivian, Krieg playing it in front of him. Well done, Weston. Off the ground, out of bounds. Weston has done pretty well on Michael Wright. Certainly Wright has had 2 kicks. Weston is certainly a good player. He can play in a lot of positions. Centre, on the ball, half-back. Loves kicking goals. Well, Kernahan applied a tackle then, which is going to pay dividends. Hart is the player, the recipient. He's going to handball it wide. Norsworthy, well, not a good kick, Norsworthy. Good clean bowls, Maynard. Glenelg in trouble. McFarlane dives on top of the ball. There'll be a bounce down. Centre wing, Central District 4-4. The Bays 5-9.
A lot of untidy football. 24 minutes into the second quarter. Going through well, Maynard, McGuinness having an umpteenth kick around the corner. Corns waiting for the bounce, going to chance it was Trink. Corns half forward line, looking for support, kicks in high. On the lead is Painter, with him there Carey, can't bring it down. At the back now, Sewer, Painter, can't get it clear. In there is Peter Krieg for the Dogs, and the umpire will come in and bounce it down centre half forward. Decided to throw it up. You can't read them this afternoon, that's for sure. Hewitt winds his way out of trouble. Over the top of him is Krieg. Try to get it clear through Bytheen. Krieg again. The umpire forced to separate and bounce. Gee, I wouldn't mind $1 for every time we've had one of those this afternoon. Ball continually being bogged down with players throwing themselves on top of it. Carey, this time he's given away a free kick to Bytheen.
Peter Bytheen playing at centre half back today for the Dogs. His strength being missed in ruck. Weston in front again. I think he's taken that. Play it on, says the umpire. Sewer, he's got Simons if he can see him quickly enough. No, he's gone the other way. Painter on a lead. No doubt about Surrey, really wastes the ball. Painter takes off. He should go long to Simons. He was on his own. He doesn't. Bathine, Graham. Graham's got no one to kick it to. He handballs it to Hart. Hart goes short. Krieg. Looks like a member of the Black and White Minstrels, Krieg. He gets around Maynard onto that right boot. Gillies. Been way out of it this quarter, as most of his colleagues have. He's gone very wide to Hart. Hart ran down a long way. Back to Nosworthy, and the Dogs have a chance. The way he's walking back, I think Nosworthy thinks he can kick this one. Probably can too if he gets onto it. Kick number 7. Not a dominant performance today, Nosworthy. Doesn't get the screw in the ball at all. Up high, Edwards, he's taken it. No doubt about the mark, he took it on the chest. What a dynamic player he is. There it is, Ian.
Yes, a very spectacular player and still a teenager. What a future the boy's got. Full forward right pocket. He's kicked 3. He's only about 30 metres out. A difficult kick, but we've seen him being a sharp shooter. I think he's just edged that one offline. Yes, just faded away slightly. The 3 shots he's had on the fly have been superb, but that one from the set shot just a little bit too difficult. A point to the Dogs 4-5. They trail the Bays 5-9. We're into time on. Not a lot of smiles around at the moment, either camp. Fairly tense situation. Both teams badly need a win. Coleman screws a magnificent kick out, 65 metres, and it's well taken back there by Michael Wright. This is only his 3rd kick. Weston's done a good defensive job on him. On the lead there was Rowe, but it's going in high towards Edwards again. Wilbur Wilson there, thumped away. Who's going to be the first there? Gillies got rid of his own man. Weston back in defence, joined by Maynard. He's clear. He'll go to the outer side looking for McGuinness. If the ball sits for him, he's in business. Vivian there first. Tremendous pace. The Kazara beats them both. It's half-time at Football Park. A very low-scoring game, but the Bays lead 5-9-39. The Centrals 4-5-29.
We've been playing just over a minute and a half here in the second half. John Painter's given Glenelg a great start by kicking a goal, his first for the game. They're leading 6-9 to 4-5, and I think in these conditions, Peter and Ian, a goal so early is a significant one for the Bays.
Yes, a great start, as you said. The Bays playing a lot better now than they did earlier, Bruce. In that first quarter, they didn't look that good at all, but they took over about halfway through that second quarter, and now they are playing a lot better than Centrals, but they can't get that advantage on the board. McFarlane gets out the handball, too far for McDermott, and a free kick is going the way of Centrals to be taken by Stephen Triggett, centre-half back. 6-9 Glenelg, Centrals 4-5. Painter's first goal in that first couple of minutes. Well distributed. Rowe at centre wing for the Dogs to put them into attack. And we've got Coolman up on the half-back line at the moment. Obviously, he's chased more upfield. Coolman in the action now. Thumped away by Corns towards Weston. All the tackle by Weston was very high, and Jeff Gillies gets a free kick at centre-half forward. Wilbur on the lead into the pocket. That's the way the ball will go. Wilson goes up or spoils his own man. Liu back for the Bays. Weston wants it, but the kick is not a good one. Carey, big fellow, ambles away, did that one well, surprisingly well against Moore, as Weston kicks the ball to the half-forward line, and coming to meet it is Bytheen. He's just a check side of centre wing when he takes that mark. Gillies gives the lead short. Krieg further afield. That's well distributed. Krieg bolts off now. A high left foot kick in towards the goal square. Graham there, but over the top. Wilbur Wilson there, but over the top David Holt. And there's a player down, still down, Peter. Could you pick up who it was?
I couldn't pick it up, Ian. I thought it was Bytheen earlier, but it's obviously not. But Wilbur Wilson jumped into the back of that pack, and that's when he went down. I think it's Michael Wright. Doesn't look too well, though. Back to the play, Lunnis picking it up on the outside flank. Krieg, good tackle. Central District will get out of trouble through Livesey. He's tripped, and we'll go down and join Bruce McAvaney now down on the oval.
Richard Cousins hasn't come back for Central District, which is interesting, Peter and Ian. He's not back, and he's on the interchange bench at the moment.
Problems for Central District, obviously, and although they're going into attack now, but they need goals. Gillies was the player. Wilson in front, can't mark. Holst does it beautifully for Glenelg. Through the centre it goes. Here's Sewer. Oh, he's going to be run down by Vivian. Just gets the kick away. McGuinness. Oh, great movement. Kernahan's calling for it. McGuinness is going to back his judgment, though. He thinks he can kick a goal here. Kick number 13. What a great player. He's hooked it across. Kernahan couldn't get hand of ball. The umpire was right there. No free kick. Keith Coolman off. Barrett on for Glenelg. Stephen Barrett having a first run for a couple of weeks.
I wonder what's the matter with Keith Coolman. Peter, I saw him up on the half-back line. I thought he's just chasing his man up there. Perhaps he was in preparing to come off. On the outer side, it was Hearn. Bubner around the corner. Oh, Corns should eat this one. McGuinness supporting him. Also up there is Maynard. Gets the handball away back to Corns. Well intercepted, however, by Hearn as he comes away from the half-back line. A long kick up over their half-forward line. Edwards can't bring it down. Liu called in a crisis. Weston. Stephen Barrett quickly on there now. Barrett under pressure, however. Rowe comes out with a football on the half-forward line. He's got time to steady. Looking for Wilson on the lead. It's going towards that player. Holst in front. Wilson! Wide mark. Out-bodied Holst. Lost the side of the ball as it came over the top. Here it is in replay. Watch this, Wilson. Beautifully judged. Only his second kick. He kicked the goal with the first one. Holst has done a fine job on him up to date. He was given the job in preference to Mark Hewitt. But Wilson is 30 metres out and the Dogs badly need a lift. Kick underway. That's home. 2 kicks, 2 goals. You can't do better than that. And Central's kick back, but they still trail 5-5 to Glenelg 6-9.
Tremendous effort, and there's no doubt that the Dogs need goals. Trevor Rowe kicks a long ball, and we saw it before. Wilson's body work was supreme. 2 kicks, 2 goals. The Dogs are a little bit better off, and Bruce, I think you've got some information there on Keith Coolman.
It's quite all right, Peter. The reason that he's come off is that Central District, without Cousins up forward, have got Rowe up forward, and because of the mobility, they've decided to play Stephen Barrett on Rowe. Coolman was on Rowe for about 15 minutes in the second quarter, and that's the reason Coolman's off. He's got no one really to stand his size.
Thanks, Bruce. Good mark there at centre half forward by Wright, but he's limping. Went down heavily a little while ago in that forward pocket after being run into by Wilbur Wilson. Let's have a look at the kick. It's a high one. It's a nice looking kick. Touch and go here. Wilson getting back onto the ball but can't stop it from going through for a point. Takes the Dogs on to 5-6. Definitely limping. Holst has kicked the ball back into play. 5-6 Central, 6-9 Glenelg.
Holst kicking the ball off. Right in front of the pack again, but it goes over that player. In comes Norsworthy. Bangs it onto the left boot. Edwards up. Can't mark. Gillies. Duthie fighting for the ball on the ground. Carey comes in, and the umpire is going to bounce it. Rain not yet falling, but it's threatening again. The Bays are leading by 9 points. Well, Gillies had a chance there, but the free kick's been given to Carey. The interference was there. Carey's done a good job today, although, in fact, he's had 9 kicks apart from his ruck work. He's been pretty useful. 14 effective hit-outs as well. He's certainly the most dominant ruckman on the ground. Corns has been unobtrusive, but that's, in fact, his 11th kick, so he's done pretty well. Bathine, well, he's in trouble with Hewitt. Good tackle. Play it on, calls the umpire. Kick around the body from Hearn. The mark taken by Hart. Won't be Hart, it could be Bubner. Bubner goes long, centre half forward. Moore couldn't mark the ball. Ross Sewer does it beautifully at ankle level. The handball is swept out. Marshall a chance. Marshall's going to go long with the left boot. Give Kernahan a chance. Oh, knocked away Pasenko. A good effort. In comes Bathine. Plenty of body. Gee, appeared to throw that ball out. Central District's making hard work of it. Vivian will get free. He gets it out to Bathine. Bathine's very slow today. Gets it very wide to Livesey.
Livesey's got it on his own at the moment if it sits for it, but there's 2 Bay players bearing down upon him. Gets the kick away towards centre wing. Lehu, Platten, well marked. He's right up at centre wing from his pocket at the moment. Central's out of position. Threads the ball over towards right. He'll want support. Gets it now. Norsworthy backing up Platten. High towards half forward. Gillies, well distributed. Platten. And he's got it about 35 metres out right in front. And Graham Corns wants to know whose man is his. Certainly wasn't Corns. Gillies thought about going across the creek. Watch Corns though, we didn't go on long enough, but he wanted to know who should be standing this man. Gillies fires it in towards goal. It's well offline. Edwards up. Just touches the ball before it goes out of play in the full forward left pocket. 6-9 Glenelg, Central's 5-6. A throw in. The umbrellas have gone up again. Rain's not very heavy at the moment, but as Peter said, it's threatening. Carey goes down. He looked like he was poleaxed. Not happy at all. A chance for Stephen Barrett to clear. Gets it onto his boot towards the half-back line. In there's McFarlane. Right with him is Vivian, but the ball goes out of play. Carey back on his feet quickly. Must have just taken one momentarily.
Darryl Hart on for the Dogs. Van Dommel off. They've done that all day. And we've seen two tremendous roving performances here today. McGuinness for the Tigers, Platten for the Dogs, over the top to Corns. He goes long to the centre of the ground. Three does it well. Still not happy. Not happy at all. The long kick to half forward. Gillies can't mark. Edwards a chance. Duthie's tightened up on Edwards since the first quarter. Duthie now in front. McGuinness is there. Free kick McGuinness. He was handled, but he didn't have the ball. Best player on the ground so far, McGuinness, a tremendous performer.
Have to agree with you, Peter, and what a kick too. He thumps it back towards centre wing. Lunnis back on the ground. Too quick for Graham. The kick is not a good one, however. The umpire has ruled it out of play. Centre wing out of side. Lunnis had a spell in that second quarter when Tony Simons appeared briefly. Moore and Carey. Carey certainly doing more work than Moore, both in ruck and around the ground. In go the bodies. Carey again gets the tap away. I think he's going to get a free kick as well. Carey knew it was his immediately. Big super from the half-back line. Changed his mind what to do. Bubner gets pushed under it by Hewitt. Hewitt almost had the ball. Hartfield and Bytheen vie for it. And once again a throw up by umpire Brenton O'Connor. Had some exercise this afternoon, the umpires. The ball has been under the pack just about all day. Not a very high standard game. Bytheen gets it out. Quickly it's Norsworthy. Fires it towards the half-forward line. Gillies almost brilliantly read Edwards, but he can't get a kick away. Duthie did that well to get it to Liu. He can't get clear of his opponent, although he gets the kick clear. Carey, who wants support. No, the big fella gets around more, hooks it back too far for McFarlane. Corns comes in and takes the ball on his knees. Sewer, Shepherds as Corn kicks long, up towards McDermott. He can't get it down. Bytheen back there, drops the football. Likewise, Butler, Graham, Trigg. Central should get out of this as he threads his way out of defence and fires one long to the half-forward line. Platten there, too far. Getting back Weston. Moore. Gillies wants it. Moore's going to give it to Platten. Into the open goal goes the Rover. Should bolt this one in. He does. Fine football, Central's his first. And they get to within one straight kick of Glenelg, trailing 6-6 to 6-9.
Platten's a good player, but Wright set it up. Platten, kick number 15, brought up his first goal, and a tremendous performance. Terry Moore off, onto the ground for Centrals, Richard Cousins, and let's join Bruce McAvaney down on the oval.
It's exciting here at Football Park. 3 points of difference, but at the Sydney Cricket Ground, it's 22-15, the Swans, to St Kilda 12-12, and it's three-quarter time.
Back to the centre of the ground. Glenelg leading by 3 points. Cousins back on. Neither player got the tap. Oh, Sewer gave it to Carey. The big super went for a bounce. He obviously heard the whistle. He certainly would have bounced it if he was being serious about it. Cousins got the tap down. Marshall the handball. Vivian in trouble. Couldn't get kick away. Marshall is swamped, and he'll take the free kick.
Marshall from almost in the middle of the mud patch goes to the outer side. That's a good lead and a good pass. Finds Painter. Painter gets one from McGuinness. Likewise Hartfield going back to kick long. Looking for Kernahan. Bazanko there with him. Kernahan gets his hands to it. Can't bring it down. McGuinness again. Going through strongly Trigg, but he leaves the football behind. McFarlane puts on a great tackle, although the umpire said it's a push in the back. And the free kick goes to Stephen Trigg in the full-back right pocket. Comes along grandstand side, a high kick. Cousins in the van here. Kerry will come over the top and thumps the ball out of play. Peter, what did you think of the decision?
I thought it was there. Johnny McFarlane didn't agree. Doesn't often have much to say, Johnny McFarlane, but when he does, he usually means it.
Throw in Cousins and Carey. Carey once again. Oh, McFarlane goes through. Perhaps he's just got a little bit of anger in that one. Hartfield can't get it. Norsworthy over the top. Tries to burrow his way out. Likewise, Hart going in as Norsworthy was going out. And a dead heat, and the umpire will throw it up again. Carey, showing the signs of a bit of wear. He's done plenty of work, although in that second quarter, young Kernahan did it all. The handball is thrown out wide. Vivian, chip short around the corner. Rowe a chance. Barrett puts on the tackle. A chance to Dogs now. Hard clear as he goes over the half-forward line in towards full forward. Edwards up. Back there, Holst wanting to give it away. Liu, drops what he should have taken, but gets out of it well to McDermott, and the Bay's out of trouble. Good pass. Here's a chance now as they go in through. Pater on the lead. Kernahan can't quite bring it down. Lunnis, a long pop at the big white ones. He's bringing it back, but I don't think it's going to be far enough, and getting back is Hearn right on the line, and the umpire has ruled that it's a mark.
Plays on Hearn immediately. Bytheen on the lead and ends up with Livesey. He handballed away and ducked the head. Not the brightest thing to do in football. The Bays leading by 3 points. 21 for them is Hartfield. For the Dogs, number 21, Peter Bytheen. Hartfield in front. Platten again. A good performer, Platten. Krieg and Sewer locked together. Hart, Bytheen. The long handball to Krieg. Krieg's a good player for the Dogs today. He goes long, looking for Wright at centre half forward. Weston over the top again with the knock away, and he's made it pretty hard for Wright. Although when Michael Wright has got the ball, on those rare occasions that he has, he's done something with it. John Halbert.
Funnily enough, Peter, the end to which Centrals are kicking appears to be the scoring end, which doesn't appear to be right because of the wind, but that's where all the scoring has been done. A kick towards the half-forward line by Kernahan, quickly chasing it, McGuinness. He'll need support. Krieg is there, puts on the tackle. The handball's not good. Getting back in defence, Vivian. Centre half back. Bubner, back to Vivian in the 1-2. In turn, Hart on the half-forward line. Rowe is clear. He'll want support. No, he's got the pace. Norsworthy in the pocket. Here's a chance. Centrals now. Short Gillies. Handball over. Gillies 30 metres out. Caught on the left leg. Wants it again. Rowe around the corner. Gillies pulls it back. Going in close. Just offline 1 point. The handball was on back to Rowe, but Gillies didn't see him or didn't want him, and only a point results.
Excitement here at Footy Park. 6-7 the Dogs, 6-9 Glenelg, and the Dogs will need a lead at three-quarter time. McFarlane way up from behind. Great mark, McFarlane. Plays it on. Maynard. Looking for McGuinness. Uses the body well, but Bubner comes in. Gets the handball out. That's not a percentage handball. Wider it goes to Darryl Hart. He sweeps it out to Graham. He's in trouble. Great tackle, Sewer. Lunnis picks it up. He'll sweep it wide to Marshall. Marshall's got Sewer again, but he goes long to Carey. Triggs there and takes a good mark. Playing pretty well, Trigg now. Kicks long into the centre of the ground. Kernahan behind. Knocks away from Cousins. Picking up Hartfield. Short. Hewitt. Not Hewitt. Lunnis. Hasn't had much of the ball today, Lunnis.
Should kick this.
It was put well to him. Puts it in long. Carey's going to use the body. Two grabs. Corns. I think he's got it. He got it. Corns has got one. His first. Glenelg 7-9. Central District 6-7.
7-9 to 6-7. The Bays lead. They're in attack. Corns can't quite make it. Trigger's got the chase back into defensive pocket. In comes Bytheen. The Shepherd is good. Trigg short towards centre wing. Rowe underneath the ball. McFarlane there as well. Quite happy to see the ball go across the line as he's sandwiched between two Dog players. Throw in half forward left flank. The Bays by 8 points. Kernahan in against Cousins. At the throw in, it'll be Kernahan. Cousins gets the tap away. McFarlane appears to be pulled off the ball. Scott forward. Quickly in Bytheen. Tunnel balls it out. A throw. They've been consistent with that. Super Carey got pinged earlier on in the afternoon. This one goes to Hartfield. On the lead is Carey. The big fellow's going to be short on. Marshall there gets his hands to it. In comes Carey. He's pulled off the ball, and I think he's going to get a free kick. It was there. The umpire saw it, and Peter Carey has got a free kick 45 metres out right in front. They're not getting a lot of distance with a heavy ball. It's been through the centre patch quite a few times. Carey just giving it a bit of a polish. Any breeze is going to help him. A kick underway now. Well, no, I think he's kicking into the breeze. Trigg almost took it on his chest as the ball stopped up. Pace to burn as he tried to crash the tackle. Did that one well. That one high. Surely he's going to get... Holding the ball! Oh, goodness gracious me. Well, Peter Marker, what did you think of that?
Well, it plays in. He had plenty of time to get rid of it. 3 players tackled him. The high tackle was definitely on, but...
well, I thought you pay the first. Have a look at this for a high tackle. That's the second one. Now, what's this tackle? If that's not around the neck, I'll go hopping to China. The kick in towards goal. Kick there, great kick. Hewitt, his second goal. Beautifully done. The Bays kick clear, perhaps fortunate. 8-9, they lead Central 6-7.
The Dogs into attack on this occasion. Over the top, Wilson looking for Edwards. Duthie's got him covered though. It goes to Maynard. The sun's shining at Football Park. You can see the shadows. The kick goes wide to centre wing. Trigg, not Trigg, Krieg it is. Gets the handball out. Graham's there. The tackle's applied and there'll be a bounce down. Centre wing on the outer side of the ground. Well, Glenelg have got 2 goals right from the goal square to give them that lead again. Sewer, the handball is to Marshall. He kicks a high one around the body. Hewitt again. I think he'll be paid, yes. He had 2 grabs at it. Got the decision. He'll handball that wide. That's Painter. Very loose Central Districts. Puts it up for Carey. Basanko from behind. Punches away. Carey's got Corns. It comes out that way. Hearn from behind. Lays it on. Hearn with a long kick to the centre of the ground. Michael Wright up high. Weston almost marks it. Recovers well. Looks for Hartfield. The knock away from behind gives McDermott a chance. He's in trouble. The handball came out to Rowe. Rowe sweeps it wide looking for Edwards. Is he marked? He's being paid. That's the first clear go at a ball that Edwards has had for a long time.
Started brilliantly, Peter, with 3 goals in the first quarter, but Duthie's done a good job since then. Michael Wright can't bring it down. Then there's Platten, but at the bottom of the pack it's Leo. Platten on top of that player, holding the ball. Oh, they're pushing him out now. Platten might be just outside his distance. He's 40, 45 metres. Depending on the breeze, it's hard to estimate which way it's going. Platten's kick, oh, it's a huge kick, dropping short now, right on the line, thumped away. Weston can't find it. Quickly in there now is Michael Wright, going against the tide, snaps it back. I think that was home. Oh, what a goal, his first. And in the nick of time for Centrals, late in this third quarter, they trail 7-7 to the Bays 8-9.
Michael Wright's probably still feeling the effects of that knock he took. There he is, number 12. He comes in late. He's got a bit of space in there, picks it up, puts it onto the left boot, and that was his first goal. That keeps Central Districts in touch. You can see Michael Wright there. He's obviously still suffering from that bash he got to the bottom of the back. But the Dogs are trailing by 8 points.
Simon's warming up as Kernahan goes against Moore. Moore's tap away, furthered by Van Dommel. Barrett can't get it. Coming through Maynard. I think he's going to get a free kick for a high tackle, holding his head. If he can get up to take it, that is. McGuinness is going to take it. No, Maynard's okay, and it's given back to the Bay half-back flanker. Kick number 14 goes to Barrett, centre wing. A high one to the half-forward line. Corns is going to get a leap at this one. No, can't get clear. He comes out with a football. A handball away is not good, however. Back in defence, it's Krieg. Smothered off the boot. Almost Hartfield. Corns goes in. Bazanko. Corns again. In there with them is Bubner, but the umpire will come in and throw the ball up at centre half forward. Studley looking just a little wary. Ball up, centre half forward. Bythene's tap away. Sewer, the long hand ball out. Back towards the back pocket. In there went Graham, Bubner, Bazanko, high. McGuinness underneath the ball. Still playing a fine game. He's got the ball about the half forward flank. Hartfield gave him a lead, but that's not in the direct route to goal. He's going up towards full forward. Not too many flew for that one, but they're going to pay the mark to Bazanko, I think. No Bay player flew for the ball, and Bazanko's got it right on the edge of his 10-metre area.
Played pretty well at fullback, Bazanko. I think he's only had one kicked on him, and that was Stephen Kernahan. A big flight there in the middle of the ground. No player can mark the ball. Krieg tapped it out. That's a very good effort. Back it comes. Krieg again. Ball to boot, not a good kick forward. Duthie well out in front of Edwards. Moore comes in, turns his back on the play. Edwards again. He was tackled and he'll get the free kick. Norsworthy was running away with it. Edwards has had to come down a long way to get kicks. Duthie's beating him now. The kick is to centre half forward. Weston in front of Wright. Right, good play. He did it well behind Weston then, used him. See there, he wouldn't let him come back, took the mark. And the way Michael Wright is kicking, he could well boot this. Kick number 6. A ton of distance. The umpire's gone way across to the left, or to his right. 1 point. 7-8 the Dogs, to Tigers 8-9.
The way the ball is being kicked, the breeze is definitely favouring the southern end, and the Bays will come home in the final quarter with it. Into time on, the Dogs trail by 7 points. Out of side, Van Dommel changes tack. Kick is not a good one. A chance for McGuinness to read it. Almost on the half volley. Joined in there by McDermott. Swings out the handball to Marshall. He gets it further afield. Now it's McGuinness. Well tackled Norsworthy. What's the umpire going to do? He's going to give him a free kick for a high tackle. McGuinness, what a superb performer. Courage, pace, ability. Only 18 years of age. A long kick to the half-forward line, a ground-covering kick into that breeze at the back of the pack. Lunnis, he's clear, puts it high in towards full forward. Corns intrigued, youth versus experience wins out. Beautifully done, Studley Corns. One-on-one. Watch it in replay. Teenager Trigg. 30-odd Studley Corns, and he's got it 25 metres out in front. Kick number 16, edge of the square, into time on of the third quarter. An important kick for the Bays. Corns is arguing with umpire O'Connor about Trigg coming over the mark. Too much experience, still arguing. Shades of 1973 in the grand final, about the same distance, not the angle. He certainly won't be pressured into kicking before he's ready. Towards the lake end, and oh, it's a shocking kick. Well, perhaps the youth went out in the long run. Out of bounds on the full. Not one of Graham Corn's better shot for goal. Peter Marker.
Leahy off, Simon's on. Well, when you take a long time over a kick and you like that, I reckon the crowd's going to roar. That's just what happened. Basanko kicks a long ball to half forward. Kernahan up. Gee, that was a good effort. Plenty of opposition. And he took the mark. Carey's moving for him. He puts it out in the direction of Carey. Gee, that was a beautifully put ball. Basanko again. He's given it away.
Carey's free kick.
Umpire O'Connor was right there, Ian. He saw plenty of it, but they're not normally paid, are they?
Well, I don't know whether he's paid the mark or the free kick, Pete. If we see it in replay, I've got an idea he's paid the mark, but Carey, whatever, has got the ball, and he's right out in front of 15-metre penalty. Well, he's got to pay the push in the back because there's no way in the world he marked it. But, gee, he's got 15-metre penalty. It's taking him right to the edge. He'll put this one out in the lake. Carey doesn't let his team down. That's his first. The Bays 9-9, lead Central 7-8.
Score from Sydney, 25-15 to 12-12. The Swans in front of St Kilda. Hewitt's gone to the back pocket here when Simons came on. Lahu went off for the Bays, so Hewitt in the back pocket, and Glenelg leading 9-9 to Central District 7-8.
Yeah, the Bays have got 2 goals from full forward, but I think Basanko's played the back spot pretty well here, and he's had plenty of balls coming in, and he's I think he's a bit unlucky then.
I thought so, Peter. It seemed to be a fair contest between the two of them. Obviously, umpire O'Connor paid the push in the back in the end, and Carey certainly made it look worse than it was. And they've only just got the ball back, so he took his happiness or whatever out on the ball. He thumped it almost out into the lake. 9-9 to 7-8, into time on by about 3-4 minutes in this third quarter.
Moore got the knockdown. He gave it to Hart, picking up Weston. Sewer moved the ball to Lannis, put him in trouble, back to Sewer. The handball is out to Kernahan. Glenelg going in again, Carey again, Basanko. He's played it well, Basanko. He keeps it in front of him and just sees it go out. You can say that the pressure's right on Basanko, but the former Essendon player is doing it pretty well. A ball in. Carey against Bathine. Beat both players. Trigg got the handball to Platten, playing it in front of him. Painter goes down and he's being paid. Siren's gone here at Football Park, but you'll find that Peter Mead has paid the free kick to Painter, and Painter's a pretty good shot to goal too, Ian, and I think you'll find that you probably have to put your money on him as well.
I think so, Peter, but gee, oh golly gosh, the Bays have had 1 or 2 free kicks in front of the sticks in this third quarter. and it might prove decisive because, as I said before, they've got the breeze in the last quarter. Not as though it's not, you can't score into it because the bays are at the moment. Painter, the angle's evident, 20 metres out, heads to the lake end. Oh, a shocking kick. He's kicked to the man on the mark, I believe. No score at all, not a good effort from Painter, and the score at three-quarter time stands. Glenelg 9-9-63, leading Central 7-8-50.
29-18 to 15-13 at the Sydney Cricket Ground. Lunnis missed a sitter for Glenelg here early in this final quarter. Platten kicked one off the ground. There's 8 points the difference. It's raining. 9-10 the Bays, 8-8 Central Districts.
On the half-forward line at the moment. Here's a chance for Lunnis. Can't pick it up. Heavy work, Bubner. He's played well. Over now towards Livis. He had a quiet one. Well done, Simon. Smothered off the boot. He goes in after it again, and the umpire rules a line ball and a bounce on the half-forward right flank of the Bays. 9-10 to 8-8. The Dogs still clawing their way in there. Refuse to concede the game. McGuinness, beautifully done. Gets out of trouble. The kick's not a good one. Graham runs into Pater, has to give the handball away. Hartfield a chance, can't get a kick away. Heavy work on the half-forward line. In goes Hartfield again. And we've got to separate a player or two. McGuinness and Norsworthy having a little tay-to-tay. Should warm the players up. Seagulls everywhere here at Football Park. The umbrellas are up again. Pretty bleak conditions. Daryl Hicks trying to urge his players into the game a bit more. McGuinness a chance, hooks around the corner up towards full forward. Bazanko there with Kernahan. McGuinness, Bazanko gets it away. Painter a chance, full forward right pocket. Acute angle, steadies, tries to check side it. Hasn't come back quickly enough, and the umpire indicates the Bays have got a point on the board. 9-11, they lead the Dogs 8-8.
6 minutes into the last quarter. Richard Cousins getting ready. Daryl Hicks not standing too far from him. He'll want a big effort from Cousins late in the game. The Dogs not without a chance. Trailing by 9 points. They're attacking pretty well. Moore can't take the mark. Corns is there. Wished off the ground by Nosworthy. Corns again. Kick number 17, Graham Corns. A good effort today in front. Vasanko, Painter off the ground. He's missed it again. Out of bounds it is, on the full. And on this occasion, it'll be taken by Graham. Glenelg withstanding plenty of pressure from the Dogs at the moment. Or Hart couldn't take the mark. Corns put him down, and Hart will take the free kick. Corns has played his game in an unusual way today. He's conserving energy. He gets kicks differently than he used to. Graham goes short. Norsworthy again. Spoilt well by Painter. Trigg in trouble. McGuinness couldn't pick the ball up. Hearn is in there. Players stack up over the ball, and the umpire comes in to bounce. The umpires have been a bit unusual in some of their decisions today, Ian.
Certainly given the crowd plenty to argue about, Peter, that's for sure. Kerry tries to hook the ball back. McFarlane, he appears to be grabbed. And certainly you can play for them if you're playing in front. A change for Central. Gillies off, Van Dommel on. Ball on the outer side. McFarlane short to the lead of Sewer. He's played a lot better last quarter, puts it high in the air. Kernahan and Bazanko. Kernahan pushes it away. Simons quickly in, hooks around the corner. I think it's the wrong side of the post for the Tigers. 1 point only. Simons is replaced on the half-forward line. Michael Lunnis, by the looks of things, had a bit of a run in the third quarter, not for long. Hicks still trying to point out directions to his players. About 10 points down, and we've got played about 9 or 10 minutes of this last quarter. Bubner waiting for the ball to come down. Daryl Hicks just wondering what more he can do, what changes he can make. Actually, Peter, their defence has stood up pretty well.
It has, Ian, and I think as we called in the last quarter, Basanko has done pretty well. Hartfield hasn't been a top player at centre-half forward. So the Dogs' defence hasn't let them down. Up forward they have, though. Bubner. Oh, good mark. Good mark, Sewer. As Ian Day said, he's certainly lifted in this last quarter. He's had 5 kicks this last quarter. Out of a total of 11, he doesn't waste many. He gave Kernahan a chance. Great work, McGuinness again. Or even better work from Trigg. He swept it wide for a ball in. It looks as though Hewitt's now playing in defence. The back pocket, I think. Yes, he's in the back pocket, Hewitt, now. Well, Kernahan fell over and the ball landed on him. The umpire comes in again for a bounce down. 8-8 the Dogs. 9-12 Glenelg.
10 minutes into the final quarter. Excuse me. A ball up. Bytheen gets his hands to it. Platten been a fine performer. Bubner, likewise. Out McGuinness. Graham. McGuinness the tackler, trying to do it all. In comes Lunnis, and the ball is carted over the line once more. Certainly Michael Lunnis hasn't been the player interchange for Tony Simons. Trying to pick up who it may be, whether it's McDermott or Painter. But the ball thrown in. Platten giving his all. Back towards Marshall. Whoop, till he slipped out. Takes the mark on the half-forward right flank. Now, the Bays haven't taken too many marks in front of the sticks this afternoon. Going over towards Kernahan. Weston up in attack at the moment, trying to burrow his way through as McDermott. Weston takes it off him, hooks around the corner, and a fine try by Graham in the back pocket. Doesn't come off, and the ball trickles out of play. 9-12 to 8-8. 5 metres from the behind post. Kernahan and Bytheen. McDermott wants it over the head. Towards Platten, Simons, Graham. Players can't get it clear, and the umpire once more will come in and ball it up.
Pretty desperate in there. The Dogs don't want Glenelg to get another one. It could be fatal at this stage. Of course, if the Dogs can manage to get one, the game will really come alive. Bytheen. See, that's going to go close. Give him the benefit of the doubt and say he meant that. It was a kick to touch. It's pretty hard to pick up the moves. Sewer is still in the centre, there's no doubt about that. Barrett and Maynard are on the flanks, flanking Weston. Glenelg player pushed then. While getting the kick forward was Painter. Simons had to be paid. The umpire was way behind it on that occasion, but Simons no doubt took the mark. There it is in.
Yes, he's controlled that ball, Peter. He's a super boot, this boy, too. Doesn't miss too many from set shots. Only his second kick for the afternoon, so he hasn't had a lot of practice. Pretty important kick for the Bays. 30 metres out right in front. Drop punt underway. Gee, that's a shocker. I put the mockers on him. I don't think he's even scored. 1 point only. Gee, very close. A goal would have been more than handy to the Bays then. As Peter said, the next goal could decide the issue. 9-13 they are. Centrals are 8-8. They've got to get into attack quickly. Pazanko booms a long one back into the vacant spaces. Krieg won't get there. Out on the other side, Rowe tries to offload it. Great tackle, McFarlane. Corns, through the paddock he goes. Gets it across to Cousins, however. Cousins long to the half-forward line. Edwards and Duthie getting back. Hewitt playing in defences. Peter Marker told you he can't get that ball clear, and the umpire will come in and bounce it in the full forward left pocket of Centrals.
Down to Bruce McAvaney.
Final score from Sydney, 30-19 to 15-13. That's the Swans' highest score ever against St Kilda. And Ian, you were mentioning the Glenelg players off. Lahu and Coolman are the two players that are on the interchange bench at the moment. Barrett and Simons both on for the Bays.
Thanks, Bruce. Throw in, full forward, left pocket, the Bays, the Tigers. What are we going to see this one? We're going to see a free kick going to Cousins this time. Carey thought he had it, and it's going to be a free kick to Cousins in their full forward left pocket, only about 35 metres out. And this is an important kick. A goal here would certainly put the cat amongst the Canaries. Or McFarlane dropped one, Holst through. Edwards dispossessed. McFarlane. Quickly now Barrett. Heaves a long one, but well offline, out of play on the outer side. And it'll be a penalty free kick out there to Peter Vivian.
The Dogs have got a score, and fairly quickly.
Probably come back to John Platten, I would think, Peter.
Platten for the Dogs, and what a player he's been. McGuinness has been out of it for a while. He's wrestling at the moment. Platten's 19th kick. Oh, not a good kick. Weston in front. Wright gave him a nudge back to Edwards. Platten through again. He's going to check side this one. Is it good enough? I think he speared that through. What an incredible shot for goal. Third goal to Platten. They're back in business, the Dogs now. 9-8, trailing Glenelg 9-13.
Oh, Peter Marker, what a magnificent kick by young Johnny Platten. He and McGuinness are clearly the two best players on the ground. They've done enormous work for their sides. But look at this, on the run, a check side kick. Kick number 20 goes through the middle. Excitement. No, we don't see the boy, but he jumps up and down with glee because he's got the Bulldogs to within one straight kick. 9-13 plays 9-8, and we've got plenty of time left. What a game.
4 points in it. Carey to do battle with Cousins. 5 points, in fact. Cousins got the tap down. Carey picked it up. The rebound was off Corns. Running for the ball, Livesey hasn't had a good game. Maynard ducked the head, and the umpire, Peter Mead, in fact, will throw the ball up centre wing. Cousins, number 31. He should have plenty of energy left. He hasn't done a lot of work today. Carey on the bottom of the pack, and a repeat dose. 9-13 Glenelg, the Dogs 9-8.
Platten in the action again. A ball up between centre and wing. Conditions getting very dark. Carey using experience to pick up a free kick just the jack side of centre wing. When he takes it, Sewer gives him the lead towards the flank. Getting back, Krieg can't bring it down. Sewer in again, swings the handball over to McFarlane. Oh, he was going to run into trouble. Cleverly done by Krieg to Bytheen. High back towards the half-forward line it goes. Coming to beat it now is Hewitt. I think he's grabbed when he hasn't got it. And it's going to be a free kick to Mark Hewitt on the half-back line. A high kick towards the half-forward line. Weston's up there. Bytheen thumps away. Marshall, the kick is not a good one. Krieg getting underneath it, thumped away by Sewer. Back now towards Sewer. Further by McDermott. Straight to Krieg, however. The Dogs into attack again. Getting there was Norsworthy. Can't quite bring it down. Corns has an airy. Quickly in, picking it up. Van Dommel. Well intercepted. Barrett tackled high. Van Dommel a chance again. But a free kick's going to the bays. It's centre half-back to be taken by Stephen Barrett.
Barrett will get a 15-metre as well. He goes long to Weston. He's stolen a break. Trigg chases him. Weston dropped the ball. The tackle's on. Look, Peter Mead was going to give a free kick then. He shaped up as though he was going to give one. But instead he blows the whistle for a ball up. Well, the Dogs have certainly got a chance. There's no doubt about that. Carey got the tap down. The handball comes out, but Platten again for the Dogs. What a game he's played. Gets the handball over the head. Picking up is Barrett, but the whistle's gone again. Another free kick, and this time it's going to Maynard.
Bruce McAvaney.
Ian, Graham Corns has been shifted to centre half-back on Michael Wright, and Paul Weston's having a run on the ball.
Thank you, Bruce. Cousins up, half-forward line. Through goes Sewer, loses the football. Wants support, gets out a handball looking for Painter. It wasn't a good one. Back in defence, Bytheen. Painter gets it out. Simons, Peter Krieg. Oh, who is that with the mud all over him? It's pretty hard to pick them up. It's Johnny Platten, I think. Looks like the Loch Ness Monster as he comes out of the mud. Cousins up again, but it was straight to Hartfield. Jams it onto his boot. Bazanko waiting back there like a rugby fullback for the ball. Boots it to the outer side. Getting underneath the ball out there will be Vivian. Too pacey. Look at him sprint away there from McFarlane as he kicks to Wilbur Wilson. Half-forward line, drops it. Through goes Holst, leaves the football behind. Wilson back there, plays on quickly into the open paddock. Now the handball coming out. Who's got it? Oh, the handball, not a good one. Hart, half-forward line, chips out the short pass, intercepting Barrett. 1-2 grabs, fine defensive mark. Well, the Dogs had a chance there when it was set up by Van Dommel, but they wasted the opportunity, and Stephen Barrett has got them out of trouble when he finds McGuinness half-back flank.
Well, poor football centrals. Michael Wright was standing on his own. Weston's down the other end of the ground. Glenelg going to attack again, picking up the ball, Lunnis. He breaks clear. He's got Painter if he wants him. That's where it'll go. Here's a big chance for the Bays. Painter will line him up. He's tackled just as he kicks it, but that goes through. Painter's got his second, and the Bays go clear. 10-13 to the Dogs, 9-8.
Brilliantly done, Stephen Barrett. He stopped a certain goal, but look at the pinpointing pass out to Painter, and he kept his head. Even though the tackle was just about on, he got his kick away straight through the middle, and gee, what a handy goal for the Tigers. They were starting to feel the chafe at the back of the neck. 10-13, 9-8. John Halbert certainly not home yet, but at least he can afford to have a look at a 9-point advantage and feel, well, at least we're in front.
Cousins got the tap down. McGuinness for Glenelg. He's back on the ball again. That normally means trouble for the opposition. Bytheen back on it. Very slow today, Bytheen. He rarely gets a kick away. Basanko, Kernahan. Got it wide to Lunnis. He lines them up. That won't be a score. Hart getting right across. Not Hart. Hearn it is. It'll be a ball in. 9-8 Central. Glenelg 10-13.
Into the last quarter by almost 20 minutes. At the throw-in, Kernahan and Bytheen. Norsworthy back there, a chance for Treek, can't pick it up. Kernahan goes in, but the umpire will have to bounce as Van Dommel joins the action as well. A bounce down right on the edge of the Tiger Square. Another goal here would make it very difficult indeed for the Dogs to get out of it. Bytheen and Kernahan thumped over there towards McDermott, who's on the bottom of the pack. It's tunnel ball out, holding the ball against Bazanko. Umpire Brenton O'Connor has given some tremendous decisions for the Bays in front of the sticks. This has got to be at least 5 set shots they've had for goal, and Daryl Hicks just cannot believe his eyes. Well, O'Connor couldn't have been in a better position. McFarlane, the edge of the square, threads it through. A goal, his first. The Bays creep away again. 11-13 to the Dogs, 9-8. Peter Marker, can they come back from that?
Well, I don't know. That's downheartening when you get them against you like that. I can't say I've agreed with a lot of the free kicks that Brenton O'Connor's given, particularly in front of goal. Most of them have gone to Glenelg. That's their fortune and the Dogs' misfortune. But they're still in it. They trail 9-8 to the Bays, 11-13.
At the throw-up, it will be Curley and Cousins, or Carey and Cousins. Going through as McGuinness left the ball behind. Sweeping out the long handball there was Krieg. Livesey getting it forward, Van Dommel, but not very far. Maynard, McFarlane, McGuinness. The Bays forward again as the rain tumbles down in towards the full forward area. A chance, Lunnis right there with him, Bubner. Lunnis can't get it clear. Hearn, Lunnis gives away the handball. Painter, Hearn again, wants help. Livesey on the half-back line. Very, very dark here at Football Park. Wish they'd hurry up and get the lights. Cousins on the half-back line, beautifully done, Krieg. A chance now to get it clear as Rose got it. A good handball went across there. Rowe in turn. Van Dommel, half-forward line. Carey the tackler. Van Dommel can't keep his footing. Back to Rowe is good football. In the square is Michael Wright. It won't get there. Holst at the back corns. Oh, he was grabbed, didn't have it. Thumped away. Through goes Michael Wright. Umpire calling to play up, and just look at the rain pour down here at Football Park. As another ball up will take place, this time about 35 metres out in front of the Dogs' goal.
Terry Moore getting ready to come on for the Dogs. I don't think they can win from here. Goals are going to be hard. Smothered beautifully, Corns against Wright. Trevor Rowe again, and there'll be another bounce. Or ball up, in fact. I wonder if Brenton O'Connor will find a free kick here. Maynard played it well. He's played well all day, ridden into the ground. The umpire comes in again to separate players for another ball up. The Dogs trailing by 17 points. A couple of big pardons in there. Michael Wright and David Holst. Still having a yak. We take time out almost, like a game of basketball. Carey, Cousins, Weston. Players trying to get clear. The rain stop. Michael Wright again off the ground. It won't be a goal. Point it is. 9-9 the Dogs. The Tigers 11-13.
Well, the Dogs led at quarter time 3-2 to 2-4. They were down at half time 5-9 to 4-5. 3/4 time down 9-9 to 7-8. So the Bays have been in control since the end of the first quarter. 11-13 to 9-9 they lead now. Cousins and Carey super in front. Wants to get it out. That was well done. He got it back to Marshall, I think it was. Maynard, centre wing. McDinnis gets it on the half volley beautifully. Short. Hartfield can't quite make the distance. And it's out of play on the half-forward right flank. Some players looking pretty dirty down there. Ones that have been bathed in the centre cricket pitch. A throw in. 23 minutes in, time running out for the Dogs. Weston over the top, Norsworthy there. Weston, McGuinness jammed it on the boot. Well done by Thien to smother that ball. Maynard, a long one to the half-forward line. Here's a chance now for Lunnis, throwing himself on top of the ball. Is Bunga Hearn, and he's got the free kick on the half-back flank.
William Hearn puts it to the centre of the ground, over the top of McGuinness, through to Rowe. Great work, Barrett, dived on top of the ball. Wilson came in, he hasn't had much of it today. Get a free kick now, a high tackle. Still a chance, the Dogs. They've got to score quickly though. Wilson's kick, looking for Wright. It's in front of him. Corns back on it. So is Vivian. He was tackled, he'll get the free kick. Peter Vivian's played pretty well today, kick number 10. He's had 8 handballs. He's been reasonably effective.
Yeah, an important kick, Peter.
Yes,
if they want to win, they've just got to get this goal. They won't have another chance to win.
It's a very hard one though, Ian. They're not hard to, well, they're not easy to kick from there. Graham Corns used all of the space he had. The pack flies. Down it comes to Rowe. Can't get a clear go at the ball, and the umpire comes in for a ball up. 11-13, the Tigers, the Dogs 9-9.
Right on the edge of the dog square. Desperation stakes at the moment. Carey thumps it away. McFarlane gets a dribble kick away towards the outer side there. Holst goes in. Western Soccer's off the ground towards the line. He's quite happy for it to go over. Still playing it well along the outer side. He's forced the ball some 45 or 50 metres around the line. A throw in. Half forward right flank. 11-13 to 9-9. The Tigers by 16 points. Carey and Weston against Moore. Van Dommel there. Platten wants it down quickly. Carey's tap again. Runs into trouble coming out with it. Van Dommel shoots in a long one, but the kick is high, wide and handsome. In fact, out of play on the full, and that might be the last chance the Dogs have got this afternoon.
Taking the kick for Glenelg will be Duthie. A long ball. Liversee's going to have the best chance. Well done, Marshall. He belted it forward. That gives Sewer a chance. Sewer's played well in the second half. Kicks off the ground again for Lunnis. He ran past it. Painter tackle. He'll be free kicked. The Tigers are going in again. Some of the crowd leaving here at Football Park. They can sense a Tiger victory. Painter. Kernahan. Hands to the ball, he couldn't take it. That gives Simons a chance. Weston will pick up the handball out. McDermott, that's a walk-in goal, McDermott. That's the end of the penny section. 4 goals, McDermott. Glenelg 12-13, the Dogs 9-9.
Good combined football then by the Bays. Watch Simons get the ball out to Weston, who's gone right up in the forward division. Kernahan couldn't. Simons loses the footing. Back to Weston. The handball to McDermott is good. Forced onto the left leg, but he still gets the kick around Bazanko. Grubbers it through. As Peter said, that is game, set and match. 12-13 the Tigers. They lead the Dogs 9-9, and we're into time on by about 4 minutes.
Weston playing on the ball now for Glenelg. Corns at centre half back. The tap down comes. Off the ground goes Maynard. Searching for the ball, Lunnis. He kicks it off the ground. Hart lumbers after the ball. He's very tired and watches it go out just in front of Daryl Hicks. Well, fortunately for Daryl Hicks, Norwood was beaten yesterday. That gives him a breather, but he would have loved a victory today. He's not going to get it though. Van Dommel, Weston again. Weston's played well for the Bays today, pushing it forward. Painter. Weston continues forward. That was interpreted as a high tackle. I suppose we better call it as such. Bytheen.
Bytheen from centre half back goes long to Moore, but it's not a good kick. Vivian out there with him, McFarlane. Vivian's dispossessed. Play on is the call, and it's Krieg who puts it forward into the vacant spot, half forward line. Coming to meet it, Duthie did that well. Read it beautifully. Kicks long now to the half forward line. Simons out there, tried to thump it back to Hartfield. Cutting across Seward. Trigg getting back, but he's conceding ground. Intercepted well by McDermott. Out wide, Simons. The Bays with another opportunity in short. Sewer can't quite get it. Back in defence, it is Hearn. Bazanko, Bubner it was, in there going is Bytheen, and it's a push in the back. He thought about playing on. He did play on, had to get the kick away. Graham, Bubner, he's done pretty well, or he lost the ball then. Wobbles a high one back towards the centre spot. Moore should mark this one. Hasn't taken enough marks around the ground. Neither of any of the big dog players for that matter. Finds midfield, Van Dommel.
Van Dommel playing on. No, he's going to get a 15-metre penalty. The crowd are not too wrapped about the umpiring today. Van Dommel kicks to centre half forward. Not a good kick. Maynard. Kick number 20, Maynard. He got it over to Barrett. Corns. Corns will use McGuinness. Should have used McGuinness. In fact, he used the boundary line. That's Pisanko. Had a bit of a chat to McGuinness on that occasion. I think the crowd thought more of it than McGuinness did. It's pretty cool. You can afford to be cool when you've got that sort of ability. That's the end of it. The siren's gone. Glenelg have won it. Too strong in the last 3 quarters. 12-13 to the Bulldogs. 9-9. Well, Ian, certainly Glenelg after a a slow start, the big guns got into the act and they made it very hard for the Dogs.
Yes, Peter, I thought their defence played very well all day. Maynard, in particularly on the half-back flank, he had a wonderful game. 20 kicks, rebound strongly. They took Coolman off when they wanted a little, well, as Bruce McAvaney told you, they wanted a little bit more mobility when they had Rowe playing at full forward. But the Bay defence played very, very well indeed. And finally, when Sewer got loose in that last quarter, I thought he made a big difference to the Bays. Finally, they got some drive from across centre and sent them into attack often enough for McDermott and Painter to snap a couple of goals. But full credit to the Bulldog defence. They stood up well. They just didn't have any winners in attack. Bruce McAvaney, I think he's in the roots.
Well, Graham Corns, that was hard-earned, that win. 12, 13 to 9-9. They really made you work for it.
Oh, it's not a real good day for football, Bruce. You had to work hard, had to get the hard ball on the ground. I thought we played very well, but they were competitive. But I just think we had the edge in the end, of course.
Graham, the southern end appeared to be the scoring end, yet we thought the wind was going to the northern end. Was it easy to kick goals at both ends of the ground?
Well, the northern end was the scoring end. I think when we're going against the wind, the boys decide to run the ball into the wind, and if you get players running up into the teeth of goals, it's not hard to score goals into the wind, which we were doing.
Graham, what was the turning point, do you think? Look, now, Central District started very well. They were on top in the first quarter. Glenelg seemed to steady in that second term. Do you think there was a turning point somewhere?
I thought we got back into it in the last half of the first quarter. They started well, but I always thought we were competitive. I thought we had most of the play, but wasted it with scoring opportunities as well. Our kicking wasn't all that good.
Well, 301 games has been a good one, Graham. Well done to yourself and to Glenelg.
Thanks, Bruce.
Graham Corns, a very happy man after Glenelg's win. We'll take a break and come back with more from Football Park.
It was a good victory to Glenelg today, but also a great victory to the Swans in Sydney. 30 goals, 19. In fact, they defeated St Kilda 15-13, and that's the biggest victory ever to the Swans over St Kilda in the history of VFL football. Wasn't that big a victory here, Ian, but probably an equally significant one, because that makes a big fight now for that fifth spot between Central Districts, Norwood and South.
Yes, Peter, it certainly was. It was a good win from the Bays because, well, that's consolidated their position in the 5, and I think they're good enough to stay there, of course. It was a very scrappy game early, though, wasn't it? Up until half-time, it wasn't a good game. It was only in the third quarter that the Bays started to get on top. And I think possibly you'll find that it was because they had more smaller players in the forward line who could snap goals and pick up the crumbs. Platten was doing it just about on his own. In fact, after Platten, it was hard to find a lot of good players who played consistently for the Dogs.
I think, as has happened in a lot of games with Glenelg, Ralph Sewer, when he's out of the game, they struggle. But when he comes into it, he's a player like McGuinness. He attacks the ball at ground level, and he makes it extremely easy for his players up forward.
Well, Peter, he only had six kicks in the first 3 quarters, and he got 6 kicks in the last quarter, and he sent them in from centre on many occasions. And I thought that his lifting of his game meant that the Bays won.
Tremendous victory to Glenelg in poor conditions. We'll cross down to Bruce McAvaney now.
Don't forget, next Saturday on 7 at 6:30, the big replay, Glenelg against Port Adelaide from the Alberton Oval. What a game that is now for the double chance. And also South Adelaide and North Adelaide from Football Park, an important match. The next Sunday, live on 7 from the Adelaide Oval. It's West Adelaide against Norwood. Hope you can join us then.